should you scout for Milo and Eldegoss? Are they any good? Well, guys, I don't know exactly how to say this, but this sync pair is probably the worst sync pair ever. And I say that with DNA. DNA has horribly mistreated this sync pair. This is a poke fair, guys. Poke fairs, max out at 5 copies. They have Super Awakening. They have everything. And the poke fairs, well, this poke fair does not have his own event. Whenever a Poke Fair or at least a brand new sync pair comes out, even a Spotlight Scout, they have their own events. They have their events with, if you have this sync pair, you use that sync pair in that stage, you get some event bonuses, special bonuses, more rewards, more stuff. This guy does not have any of that. In fact, the only time that he made an appearance in the trailer was the end of the Arc Suit Leon trailer, where it says that Milo is coming out as a Poke Fair Scout, blah, 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 blah. And the only time you get to see him in the recent event is the battle against Milo, and that's it. By using Milo in the Arc Suit Leon special battle event and whatever other events, you do not get special 1.4 or even 1.6 times bonuses. And that's really sad, because if Poke Fairs are going to be treated this way in the future, well, DNA just can keep on, grabbing everyone's cash. I know a friend who really likes Milo, been waiting for Milo to come out, and it's just sad that he's treated this way. His kit, we're gonna talk about that in a bit, is not too bad, but the way that this sync pair is treated is just sad. And what's even worse, guys, is that with all the new sync pairs and even some old sync pairs getting exclusive lucky cookies, this sync pair does not have his own lucky cookie. And that is just very unacceptable on DNA's part. And before we drown in all the bad things about him, I just want to jump right straight to the better things, the kit, and so on and so forth, because it's just really sad how this sync pair is treated by DNA. Anyway, guys, this is a sync pair. This is a support grass type sync pair with an EX role of sprint. And we had a sync pair recently that had his EX role unlock, which is sprint, which is Datamine. And that sync pair is really good. But let's see how this sync pair can actually support Datamine. So, as you can see over here, his stats, defenses-wise, are pretty high. 313 defense stat, 318 special defense stat. And as a new Poke Fair, he gets access to the Super Awakening things. And with the Super Awakening passive, the Fighting Farmer, you can reduce your sync move countdown -1 after using your max move, raises everyone's physical moves up next effect after using your max move, and then at the start of the battle brings in grassy terrain. Grassy terrain and the entry is not too bad. The others I'm not too much of a fan of, especially if it's just one trigger. But you might find some use for that one. But let's talk about the other passives. Tough as weeds. Whenever any of your sync pairs in your team uses a max move, it will reduce your sync move countdown -1. Whenever any of your sync pairs, not just Milo and Eldegoss, but any of your sync pairs uses a max move. So you can actually pair him up with, if you want, the original Leon and also the new Arc Suit Leon. Yes, they all have their max moves. By using your max move, each one, you get to reduce your sync move countdown -1. And just in case you have unlocked his Super Awakening, you get to reduce your sync move countdown -2 instead. And then, after using your max move, it will raise the physical moves up next effect of all allies by 2. So the fighting farmer only applies to his own. So only applies to Milo. When Milo uses his max move, you get to reduce your sync move countdown -1 as well as raise everyone's physical moves next effect +1 plus tough as weeds reduces another one of your sync move countdown plus gives everyone a physical moves up next effect +2. So if Milo uses it, that reduces your sync move countdown -2 and raises everyone's physical moves up next effect +3. That is a 1.2% or times increase in damage for everyone, or a 120% increase in damage for everyone. Although if other sync pairs use it, you only trigger tough as weeds, which also lowers your sync move countdown and raises everyone's physical moves up next effect +2. That means your next physical attack is going to be 80% stronger. And then you have opponent speed down, team Pokemon moves, sync moves, max moves up. Whenever the opponent's speed is lowered. And how do you lower the opponent's speed? Well, you can just take an opponent's hit, and then whatever opponent that hit you will have their speed stat lowered -2. So when you're hitting an opponent with a lowered speed stat, everyone's normal attacks, sync moves, and max moves. And by normal attacks, we're also talking about the buddy moves of every allied sync pair is going to be powered up by I'm not sure how many percent. It just says up, so it's going to be powered up for all your allies. If it's, I think I saw a max moves up to somewhere, I might be wrong, but it just powers up everyone's normal attacks, sync moves, and max moves. And that makes this sync pair quite nice in terms of offenses. Nice offensive support sync pair, and a sync pair that can lower the sync move countdown as well. You have Razor Leaf to attack the opponent. You have Abundant Cotton Spore, which is your buddy move. And you can use this by using any other move once. And then once Abundant Cotton Spore is used, you will deactivate that again, and you can use other moves to activate that again. And what this does is that it lowers every opponent's speed stat -2. So not only do you need to get hit, but you can just use Abundant Cotton Spore to lower every single opponent's speed stat. And not only that, but you get to give every single one of your allies super effective up next effect. That is a 1.5 times damage, you know, for your sync move, for your max move, for your buddy move, for your normal attack. So that is nice because it applies for everyone, as well as also increases the physical moves up next effect of all allied sync pairs +2 stat ranks, just like how his passive skills work. So nice special super effective up next effect, nice physical moves up next effect, and nice lowers the speed stat. And again, the moment you lower the opponent's speed stat, you get to power up not only him but all your allied sync pairs by, you know, whatever percentage that it will power up with. You also have Mini Potion also heal every single one of your allies by 20% HP, which can go higher if you have Master Healer. And then you have your trainer move, You'll Be Uprooted, which raises everyone's attack by 4, raises everyone's accuracy and critical hit rate by 2. You want to raise your accuracy because Razor Leaf is not a 100% accurate move. And yeah, unless you get to max or you get to get an MP refresh for You'll Be Uprooted, you'll be stuck with +2 critical hit rate, which is a 50% critical hit rate if you use your sync move, and I think an 80% critical hit rate for your normal attacks. Then you have your max moves. You have Max Overgrowth to turn the field into grassy terrain. Again, you can bring in grassy terrain at the start of the battle if you have him super awakened, but otherwise, you can still bring in grassy terrain by using Max Overgrowth. And you have Max Guard for damage guard next effect to an ally. This is a support sync pair, so you got a double sync buff. And then by giving him his EX roll, you get to give him a sprint, which will lower your sync move countdown -3 after you use your max move. So the kit at 1 out of 5 seems nice, not too bad. The sad thing again is just how he's treated, but otherwise he is a pretty nice sync pair which can bring in grassy terrain. Remember that this grassy terrain is not going to be extended. This is not a field unit. But I think there are things in his kit that can extend the grassy terrain, which we're gonna check right now. So again, no lucky cookie, no special lucky cookie for this guy. Just give him vigilance or something like that. And 1 out of 5, we got super or stalwart and unbending, so that your defense and special defense cannot be lowered. Now, take note, 1 out of 5, you are not raising anyone's defenses. So yes, you're a pretty tanky unit, 313, 318 special defense, but then you are not raising anyone's defense, including himself. No raised defenses at 1 out of 5. 2 out of 5, when you use a status move, Charging Infliction will restore your move gauge, and that status move is just, Abundant Cotton Spore. Escape Artist, Static Cling, and take hit, opponent poison 2. You have to choose one. You either wanna paralyze the opponent with Static Cling, or you want to poison the opponent with take hit, opponent poison 2. Take your pick. Turbo Turf 2 speeds up the move gauge when there's grassy terrain. Unflappable, Verdant Recovery so that you get to recover HP when you attack the opponents using when there's grassy terrain. And again, by using a grass type move when there's grassy terrain, you're already recovering HP. So take that. You'll be uprooted. MP Refresh 2 just maximizes everyone's attack stat, just maximizes everyone's critical hit rate, raises everyone's accuracy by an additional 2. 3 out of 5, you get First Aid 4, Recovery. There's the Grassy Terrain extension. So you get to extend a little bit of grassy terrain. Max damage guard after using your max move. You get to give yourself a damage guard next effect. If you want, you can use max guard on a random sync pair on your team, and then you get another, damage guard next effect from max damage guard, or just, use max overgrowth for grassy terrain. Mini Potion All Master Healer for more HP recovery. Mini Potion All MP Refresh to use one more time Mini Potion All. Razor Leaf Defense Crush 9. Every single time you use Razor Leaf, you get to lower every single opponent's defense -1, which is pretty nice. Move Gauge Refresh 9 so that you get to recover 1 move gauge. Status Immunity cannot be inflicted. Status conditions. Again, he does not get any vigilance, so I probably want to give him vigilance as a lucky skill. And then you have your sync move power-up tiles, which his attack stat is not exactly that high. So, support sync pairs. If you want, you can. If you not, then you don't have to. Now, this is a Poke Fair again. So 4 out of 5, you got the defense tiles. So if you want to raise everyone's defense, 4 out of 5 is the way to go, because with Team Mind Brace, every single time you attack the opponent, you get to raise everyone's special defense. And with Team Offensive Defense 9, you get to raise everyone's defense stat when you attack an opponent. So there you go. Those are your defensive tiles. If I were to say the best move level for this sync pair is probably 4 out of 5 at the current moment, because support sync pairs, your attackers can already raise their attack stats, special attack stat. So I'd want a support that can raise defense and probably critical hit rate to make things a little bit faster. And 4 out of 5 is the way to go for this sync pair. 5 out of 5, you got a Sync Burst 1, probably for another Mini Potion All, or Abundant Cotton Spore for super effective up next effect, for physical moves up next effect, for another lowered speed stat for the opponent, as well as you'll be uprooted. Trainer move MP Refresh for your Sync Burst 1 so that everyone's attack stat and critical hit rate will be maxed. So if I were to get Sing Burst 1, I probably will skip an MP refresh for You'll Be Uprooted because I think I can line up my moves so that I can use my sync move immediately using Milo and Eldegoss and then just use another trainer move to max out everyone. And then there's Team Sharp Entry 1 for, you know, at the start of the battle, if you after use You'll Be Uprooted, you just max out everyone's critical hit rate. But I think I'll prefer Sync Burst 1 and skip Team Sharp Entry 1 for this sync pair. So this sync pair, that is it for this sync pair. My feelings for this sync pair, it's pretty nice. Again, by lowering the opponent's speed stat, everyone gets a power-up. By using a max move, any single one of your sync pairs, you get to lower your sync move countdown, which is nice because by using your max move, unless you have max countdown, you do not exactly lower your sync move countdown. So, by having this sync pair in your team, yes, you get to lower your sync move countdown by using anyone's max move, and that's a good thing. Pair him up with a sync pair with max countdown, then that's even better. You get to lower your sync move countdown very fast, and then you get to use whatever sync move, whoever, finish off the opponent as quickly as possible. If I were to rate Milo and Eldegoss as a support sync pair, 1 out of 5, he gets like a nice 7.5 to 8 from me, just because of how many nice grass type supports. In fact, how many grass type supports do we have anyway? I have to check my game right now. How many grass type supports do we actually have that are, you know, recent and pretty good? So I'm gonna filter by grass support and let me just quickly check on everyone. You have, yeah, you have Cygnus with Acerola, which kind of fulfills his role. And yeah, I would probably want Cygnus with Acerola better than this sync pair. But still, he can raise everyone's stats by lowering the opponent's speed stat. Anyway, so at 4 out of 5 though, I would jump his rating up to an 8.5 just because Cygnus with Acerola has a hard time raising everyone's defenses. Takes a while, but this sync pair, just attack the opponent, attack, get to raise everyone's defense stat, get to raise everyone's attack stat, get to bring in grassy terrain, get to lower the sync move countdown. He does a lot of things. And that's what I like about this sync pair. What I don't like, a lot of stuff, again, particularly the way DNA treated this sync pair. Particularly, we do not get an exclusive lucky cookie for this sync pair. But aside from that, this sync pair is pretty good. And again, if you want to scout for this sync pair, let me know in the comment section. He is definitely not meta. And I know some friends who like this sync pair or who like this character a lot. And let me know if you are one of those people who are going to scout for this sync pair. But if you were to just scout for one sync pair this update, again, I would say that just save your gems for Champion Blue because you do not want to miss Champion Blue again. He is the key to finishing ultimate battles if you haven't. If you're having a hard time with ultimate battles, Champion Blue is your answer. So save your gems for him if you did not, or already scouted for Arc Suit Leon. And with that said, guys, that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Or if you're old and haven't subscribed yet, do it now. And if you want to support me, you can go to my coffee.com/SPLGum page. I failed to update this. It's already 5%. Thank you to Anonymous for the support. Thank you so much for the generosity. And if you want to support my memberships, you can click on the join button down below and become a nice member of this channel, just like these people who support me every month. Thank you very much for your support. And until then, that is the end of this video. I am going to sleep, and I'll see you in my scouts tomorrow. Rawr.